Welcome back, everybody, to the Strictly Casual podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Vincent DeSantis, and this is my co-host and one of my best friends, James Walmer. How you doing, bud?
Doing well.
Good.
Haven't played anything today. I heard a very loud bang outside my room.
You hate to hear it. Today we are recording this episode on September 10th, but it will be live on YouTube on September 11th. Strictly Casual is your unoriginal podcast from unprofessional college students where we cover only the finest gaming news of the week.
Only the finest.
Only the finest. James, what have you been playing this week? I know you said you haven't played anything today, but this week, how's it been going?
Well, Vin, I played a whole lot of nothing this week. I'm dreaming of Persona 5. You know what, Vin, I will tell you something. In the place where I would have told you what I have played this week, I will tell you that last night I had a dream where I was abducted into an underground fighting club, like an underground fight club that was ran by soccer moms.
By soccer moms?
Yeah, like real sketchy.
Okay.
They said they met under a bridge, but in reality it was in the middle of a damn parking lot.
That sounds very on brand.
I was like 13, 14 years old. I don't know why my age changed, but I was 13, 14 years old, and I'm fighting other 13, 14-year-olds. And you know what? I'm gonna say it, and I'm kicking ass.
Sure, yeah.
I'm scared as hell, but I'm kicking ass.
Yeah.
And that's all I remember. So.
Okay, great.
That's what happened to me this week, Vin. What have you been playing?
Good story. I have been playing more Valorant, more Spellbreak. Also, James, you've been dreaming of Persona for 5 weeks. 5 weeks. It's been happening. I played a little.
Good it is.
I'm trying to get. What else have I been playing, dude? Remnant. I played a little bit more Remnant.
Yeah, how's that?
Good, but I want to play with you. I want to stream it tonight with you. We'll see.
I'm in.
Really? Okay, shit. All right, that'll be awesome.
I have all my homework done.
That's it. I haven't been playing that many things. I'm trying to think. Maybe a little Zelda. I played Destiny.
Ooh.
I played some Destiny.
Yeah, I saw you jumped on Destiny.
That's pretty much
What'd you do on Destiny?
Honestly, just played a couple bounties. I had the itch, had to be scratched, and I'm done for a while. That's about it. Yeah.
It's your fix.
Yeah, just got my fix. Easy. But yeah, that's about it. So, but James, maybe we didn't play that many games this week, but we did have a crazy ass news week that nobody could have suspected.
Yeah, we did.
Okay. I'd say we just jump right on to the main event, baby. The Xbox Series S.
Now then, tell us exactly about how this happened.
Because
this was a roller coaster in itself.
Yeah, I could tell you all the specs. I could tell you the price. But the most important part of the story is how the Xbox S or Xbox Series S came to be officially announced. I believe Tuesday night, late night. I'm on my phone and I send you, I don't know if you had seen it before I sent you it, I'm not sure, but I DM'd you a leak. This guy leaks like 3 seconds of a video of the Xbox Series X or Series S, what we presume it to be, right? We don't know for sure. It looks like what it could be it, but we don't know. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, this could be totally fake or totally legit, and I have no idea. So I was like,
it looked pretty legit to me. And the dude who leaked it was like a Microsoft guy.
Right.
Like he was a very reliable source. He was verified.
Right, exactly. He did a little podcast about it too, and then just threw in that little video, and then Twitter kind of blew up. And then I started seeing a lot of people tweeting about it, not just him. Like, there's a lot of people covering this little 3-second snippet of this video, right? And then you sent me a tweet about an hour later from Xbox, and it was the monkey character,
the like...
and he has big eyes, and he's like, and then we're like, yo, it's confirmed. Like, this is a thing.
Yeah.
But not only that, lo and behold, baby. An hour and a half later, what happens?
Hour and a half later, we got it.
Xbox tweets a picture of it and the price.
We just got it. Like, they're like, oh, here.
Yeah, they're like, well, this happened, so we might as well.
They threw in the towel.
The white flag surrender went up, and they're like, oh, here it is. We laid our cards on the table.
They're like, you know what? You got us.
You got us. Here it is.
Yeah.
So that was that, and the internet freaked out. But at that point, a lot of people were asleep East Coast because it was like that picture came out about 12:30 a.m. Pacific time. So let's assume East Coast is asleep. So East Coast wakes up with all this information that the Xbox Series S is confirmed. But not only that, Xbox posts a picture with all the specs of it and price and a release date.
We got a whole blog post about it, baby.
We got the release date
Wednesday
and
morning,
everything.
we got a blog post. Yeah.
I saw a funny tweet before we go into like the blog post and all that kind of good stuff. It was a tweet from one of Xbox's social media managers, and he said, "God damn it, I'm really tired." It was the next morning because he had to be up all night for this stuff.
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm really tired." It was awesome. Okay, James, tell us what the blog post said.
I'm just gonna condense it down to a few specs, few bits of information that are important. Basically, all we got, everything summed up into a few tweets. Xbox Series X, we get a date, we get a price. Same deal with the Xbox Series S. We get a pre-order start date. Now, let's go down the list. Xbox Series X coming out November 10th, $499 US.
Let's give a quick
pre-order start.
If you don't know, if you are unaware, the Xbox Series X is the big baddie with the disc slot, and the Series S is the digital version.
Yes, but there's more to it than that.
Right, but that's what we know so far going into this.
Xbox Series S, $299 US. Also with a release date of November 10th and pre-order start on the same date of September 22nd. Now, let's dig a little bit deeper into the Xbox Series S. The Xbox Series S is designed to deliver the same experience as the Xbox Series X. That is a next-gen ass experience.
That's right.
But in 1440p. However, there's technology for 4K upscaling. So if you have a 4K TV, you can natively upscale. I don't know if that's the right terminology, but you can upscale it to the 4K of the TV.
Yeah.
The major difference between the two consoles is GPU. The Xbox Series S has a significant disadvantage when it comes to GPU than the Xbox Series X.
Right.
Now, there's also slightly less RAM scaled to meet the target resolution of 1440p. Sorry, the GPU is targeted for the resolution of 1440p.
Right.
The RAM is with that to support it.
So, big differences between the X and the S. We have X is disc,
but they have the same
4K.
processor.
Same processor.
They have the same processor as both consoles.
Yes, but the Series X is to deliver 4K games as well, whereas the Series S is targeting that 1440p.
Right.
Which I was talking about it to some people, and this is not a big deal for a lot of people. There's a lot of people not 4K ready and don't really care about it. Like
a lot of people don't have 4K TVs.
Sure, I'm very excited for 4K. Like very, very excited. But there's so many people that could just care less.
It's also important to note that the Xbox Series S is still planned to deliver 120 frames per second.
Yep. Which is awesome.
Even though that is 1440p, that is 120 frames per second, which I'm glad they are sticking to.
Because that's a very important part of next gen, in my opinion, is those frames, baby. That's where the upgrade comes in.
Those crispy frames.
Let's talk a little bit about how the Xbox Series S looks.
It looks like a griddle,
a 1X. It literally looks the same as a 1X, just
like
an
Oreo
on top.
It looks like an Oreo on the side. It looks like a boombox.
My favorite.
It looks like a Minion.
My favorite meme that I've seen of it is the takeout. Like you drove through the drive-through, and that's the thing you speak into is the Xbox Series X. It's like a little circle speaker.
Like speaker, yeah.
Yeah. It's fine. Not that I really care about the looks that much.
It's tiny.
It's pretty small.
It's tiny. It's I saw Unbox Therapy did a comparison, and the Xbox Series S was about
Unbox Therapy has the dimensions of it?
Yeah. They they have like a bunch of like just not working. They don't have the actual they don't work, but they have the shells.
Yeah.
And so Unbox Therapy did one where he put it next to a PS4, and it's like the same width.
Okay.
Right, from side to side, but it is about half of the depth. So if you're looking at the front, it'll go from the front of the console to the middle of the PS4.
That's interesting. I need to
And
watch
it's the
that video.
same thickness and about the same width.
Got it.
Yeah, pretty good stuff.
I
Pretty
was
cool.
talking to some people today that because all this information is fresh, like it used to be I'm all Sony gang. I mean, not me personally. This is for them. They were Sony gang, but now this like digital Xbox is kind of turning them on because the Xbox Series S and the Xbox Series X they both launch with 24 months of Game Pass included.
Wow.
2 years of Game Pass is included with it.
That's a big deal.
It's insane. And to spicing up the deal, James, what just happened?
EA hopped on that board, baby. EA Play added to Xbox Game Pass.
What?
So not only will you be able to play all your nice Xbox, Microsoft, and third-party titles, but you'll also be able to play the EA titles that come with EA Play.
Which isn't everything, but it's a big library.
Vin, I saw a tweet today that said it was a satirical news, gaming news platform, and it said Xbox buys PlayStation 5s for everyone because they want everyone to play the PlayStation 5 games.
Yeah, it's PlayStation 5 is included in Xbox Game Pass.
Right, that's what it was.
Like that.
PlayStation 5 included, yeah. Because they just want everyone to be on Game Pass.
That's so funny. Game Pass is it, dude. Game Pass is it.
Yeah, I just wish they'd add the emphasis on the marketing of the Game Pass because, I mean, I guess maybe they don't need to because the majority of people know what the benefit of Game Pass is.
I guess, but like I play Modern Warfare with a lot of people that have Xboxes, and I'm trying to sway them over to Sony. I'm that guy being like, oh, next gen, get the Sony. And I'm talking to my one buddy who has been an Xbox guy his whole life, and he has a lot of free Game Pass just from months of being a gold subscriber. I guess that just adds up. I don't really get that whole thing, but he has it, and he's like, oh, I didn't even know like it was a good thing. Like I just thought Game Pass, like I didn't really know what it had to offer, and I had to tell him what it offered, and he's like, oh my god, I'm gonna go check that out, and now he's hooked. So like there's some people in the Xbox ecosystem that aren't like super, yes, they play games and they're into games, but they're not in the world of like hearing news and stuff.
They're casual gamers.
Very casual gamers don't get Xbox Game Pass. They don't understand it.
Wow. Yeah. So
they really should be making a harder push for it, because I think Xbox Game Pass is great. It's an amazing thing.
Yeah.
And adding EA Play is freaking huge.
Huge. Well, to be fair, not a lot of people. I thought people kind of hated EA Play before this whole thing.
Exactly.
Happened. You know what I mean?
But now that it's bundled in, why not?
Because they don't have to pay separately for it anymore. It's just bundled in,
Exactly. There's quite a bit of games on there. Like I saw there was like the new FIFAs on it.
You got Sea of
Battlefront
Thieves.
2. Yep.
Oh, you're talking about EA Play.
EA Play. Yeah. But that's okay. There's some bangers on there, which means I can play those bangers now on my PC, and I still don't need an Xbox.
For no additional cost.
For no additional cost, baby. Let's go.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
This is tough for Sony, right? Because it seems like Sony doesn't really have anything to compete with this. And this is their direct competitor.
Yeah.
It's not like they're saying, oh, it's two completely different markets. It's not. It's the same. The more Microsoft benefits from this, Sony can't really do anything. They can say, oh, we have DualSense. Oh, we have whatever. We have this SSD. Great. But then we're still out here paying full price for all these games.
PlayStation just straight up does not have the comparable competition to Game Pass at all. And it doesn't seem like
even with PlayStation now.
No, hell no. And there doesn't seem like they're doing anything to fix that. I don't know if they're like their strategy is to like accept defeat and try to excel in other ways, but I don't think that's the way to go. I think their way to go is to make a Game Pass competitor.
Yeah,
But even
I don't
then,
think they can just put this under the, or shut this under the rug.
They don't have the infrastructure to do Game Pass. They don't have that like Microsoft with
Yeah.
PC. They don't have that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I want to see them do something like that bad, but I just don't know if they will, which is big F for us Sony boys.
Huge F for us Sony boys. Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I got on the Series X. Definitely check it out. Series
Yeah,
S.
that's all I got. This is like a big option for a lot of people.
It's a huge option.
Anyway.
Yep.
We should just keep moving.
Let's keep moving on. All right. James, you take the charge on this one because I only saw some of it. Yes, please.
All right. Today, at about 12 o'clock p.m. Pacific time.
Yesterday, as of on YouTube.
Yes, yesterday if you're watching this on YouTube. About 2 hours beforehand, about 10:30, I texted him and I said, "There's a Ubisoft forward today?" Question mark.
Yeah.
Exclamation point. And he goes, "What?" And I said, "Yeah." And we were both kind of in confusion. It's like, I have class.
Like I
can't,
I can't even watch. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, well, I guess I don't have class, so I'll watch. So if it is like, what would they even show? Well, I'll tell you, baby. I'll tell you right now what they showed. They opened the show with what we used to think is Gods and Monsters, game that I was very excited for. It's now called Immortals: Phoenix Rising.
James, I don't like that little 3-letter word you put in there. You said was. You said was excited for.
We'll talk more about it. We'll get into it.
Yes.
Opens up cinematic trailer with an interesting addition of funk music, I guess.
I did watch this. I watched all of this.
Yeah. The game has, so as they, show the game, right, and they talk over it and devs are talking about it, this game has a much more lighthearted tone than we may have initially thought. At least I initially
100%.
thought. It's very comedic. There's narration by Zeus and Prometheus, breaking the fourth wall. The whole game, they make fun of, they reference the old title of the game.
Yep.
They talk about Ubisoft a little bit, It's very like self-aware in terms of the humor. The whole thing is like you play. Sorry, we also got a release date, December 3rd, 2020. That's what they're going with.
Which is crazy.
Okay, so in the start of the showcase, they say you get to play as Phoenix, which is the main character, who can be customized. Your role in the story is to help free the gods from the reign of the Titans.
Yes.
And so the narration is from Zeus, as well as one of the Titans in the game, Prometheus. I don't know if they actually do anything other than narrate.
Okay.
A lot of the story is actually kind of under wraps for right now.
Yeah.
But I'll just keep going. There's a gear system. There's God's blessings as powers. There's puzzles, challenges. They advertise fast-paced combat. This is where it starts, Finn. I noticed that in this world design, there is huge Breath of the Wild energy.
I saw that.
Same color palette, same like kind of open vistas you would see in Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple regions that are diverse in landscape. Like there's one that's kind of like grungy city for like producing weapons and stuff like that.
Sure.
There's one that's kind of lush. There's one that's sandy, like a desert, and there's one or two more, I believe.
Yeah.
Open world's totally open from the beginning, and at the end of this kind of short promo, they do make a point to say that it's coming to Stadia as well, and there's an exclusive Stadia pre-release demo, I guess.
They're really trying.
And this is what I say. Upon further investigation, this game is absolutely a Breath of the Wild clone, and I'm kind of okay with it, depending on how it pans out. I watched some gameplay from Kind of Funny of Blessing Adeoye Jr. Playing it.
Oh,
and
I didn't know there was gameplay out. Or like
he's doing his reaction with Andy Cortez.
Sure.
And there's footage. There's literally shrines in this game where you go up to something, press a button, you get teleported to like a different dimension in which you do a puzzle, and at the end of it you get kind of like a skill point that you can spend on something. In that realm there's puzzles, and they even have the exact same kind of magnet ability where you can lift things that are
I saw
metal and
that.
place them.
Here's what I
It
think.
looks. Go ahead.
Oh, no, sorry, I didn't want to cut you off.
Was there's the abilities are very similar. There's a glide with the wings
Yeah.
that you can get. There's a stamina bar. It's very reminiscent of Breath of the Wild. It's hard not to draw the comparison.
Let me ask a couple questions. Did
Okay.
this seem like it was multiplayer at all?
No,
It's weird. It's
it's a single
weird.
play experience.
I know it's single player, but how weird is it when they showed a bunch of similar looking characters together, like hanging out with different armor sets and all that kind of stuff? Like it shows one of the wait, who do you play as? Phoenix? Yeah.
Phoenix.
Phoenix like twist this guy's chair around and they're all laughing, having a good time. This is in the Ubisoft Forward thing, and it was like I was like getting weird, like almost MMO vibes. Yet on the gameplay, it's just single player and it looks dead. Like it's just dead all of a sudden, and I was like, this is just weird. Also, okay, so originally this game is called Gods and Monsters, right? Which is like
Right.
the happy tone. That's like the happy tone that they kind of advertised at first.
Right.
Now they go to a darker title. I just hit my microphone. I'm so sorry. They go to a darker title, which is Immortals: Phoenix Rising, which is a lame
Sounds a
title.
lot more serious. Yeah,
lame
it's
title.
worse. Gods and Monsters was better.
Way better. And then it's now even like more on that comedy route. I was definitely seeing. I was like, that doesn't make sense to me. And calling it Immortals: Phoenix Rising is really just reaching. It's really reaching, and it's not it for me.
Right.
The game doesn't look bad.
No, it doesn't look bad by any means. That's why I'm saying it could
Yeah.
be. I could be on board.
Totally. I just don't know. I'm a little in the middle. When I first saw this, I was hype. It was like at an E3 maybe
Me too.
a long time ago, maybe a Game Awards or something. And I was like, "Oh shit, this looks dope." And then I saw the gameplay today. I'm like, it's alright.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's not
a
bad.
Game Pass. It's a Game Pass game.
100% a Game Pass
Yep.
game.
Absolutely.
100%, dude.
Yeah.
I'd be too scared to pick it up for $60.
See, that's that's Game Pass's like niche market. Is the games
Yeah.
you don't want to spend $60 on, so you're like, I'll play it on Game Pass.
Yeah, Game Pass, baby. Let's go.
They're like pretty good games.
I played Minecraft Dungeons from the last time we talked on Game Pass. Okay, sorry. Back to it. Back to Gods and Monsters.
No, I'm done with Gods and Monsters.
Yeah, that's all I gotta say. RKC says he's in chat talking about Assassin's Creed Valhalla. We will get there. We will get there soon on the news.
No, they didn't show it.
They did not show it, but there is news about it.
Yeah, it is on the news. You're right.
I'm glad they didn't show it at Ubisoft Forward. I've already seen too much for now. I want to see pristine release quality gameplay right before it comes out, but I don't want to see any more of this half-assed. This is alpha footage, so it's not quite done yet. Like, let me see it legit, and then
I want those breakdown trailers of like, this is how you hunt in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. You know what I mean?
Hype breakdowns.
Yes, the ones that like the cyberpunk style where it's like we're gonna dive into this specific element.
Cyberpunk every day, man.
It's like 60 days away.
Every
It's
day,
so
I'm
close.
so excited to play it.
So close.
Oh my god.
Next up, another game that excited a lot of people.
Oh,
Prince
wow.
of Persia, baby. Sands of Time remake. Last time we saw this game was in 2003.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Followed by the movie.
God, we did. We really did. Prince of Persia. What was the movie called? Sands of Time also?
I think so. Yeah,
I think it was.
so.
That was Jake Gyllenhaal. My boy Dastan. Just killing it in the sand. As a kid, I loved that movie. I did revisit it a couple years ago. It is real bad. It's real bad.
Why would you revisit that movie, Vin?
It still holds good memories in my head. It really still does.
I bought the dagger after the movie came out.
Did you really? You were way more hardcore than I was.
When I was a kid, yeah, I was like, "That's a dope dagger. I want that."
You would. It
had like a little sand.
Yep.
Like a little thing of sand in it, and it had like on the button, it had a light, like a yellow light.
So it just ping. Because remember, he clicks it, and then it's the zoom into the bottom. Yeah, that was epic. That was super epic. Okay, so yeah, the show Prince of Persia.
Yeah, Prince of Persia. It doesn't look very good.
It's okay.
Did you see it?
I did see it. the cinematic, I was like, oh no, no. If you're gonna do a remake, let's do it right. Okay, sweetie. That's how I felt.
It was just very like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but I know a lot of people are excited, and I don't want to discount that. And the lighting on the small pieces of gameplay that they showed, the very small pieces, the lighting was sick. I was like, this is next gen lighting with PS3 graphics.
Not next gen graphics.
I was like, there's a small disconnect there that I'm not really seeing.
It looked bad. The
I
faces
won't
did
say
not
bad.
look good.
I don't want to say like bad, but
The
it wasn't
faces-
impressive. Oh yeah, the faces were not good. Did you see
Faces
the lips,
were
dude?
God awful. Yes.
Polygons, straight polygons. Like we've moved away from the polygons.
Oh,
Yeah.
not good.
Ah.
Anyway, it's coming out January 21st, 2021.
Yep.
Also, interesting thing, the dev after was talking about how they wanted to show off India,
Okay.
and it raised an eyebrow for me and a lot of the chat, because we were like, this game doesn't take place in India.
Huh.
It takes place in Persia. So if someone could fact check me and the rest of the community who's confused about this game being in India, not Persia.
Yeah. Hold up. It's is Persia in India?
Is Persia? Wait, Persia's not like it's not around anymore, right? So what did Persia become?
Okay, it says India. People from India and people from Persia have
Persia became
similar.
Iran.
They have similar integrated contemporary cultures, but are very different. This is the
Persia
article
became
I'm reading.
Iran, not India.
This is an article on Joshua Project. I don't know what that is. I don't even know if I want to source this. It could be bad. I don't know. Who knows? Anyways,
from theculturetrip.com.
The culture trip. Yes.
It says in 1935, the Iranian government requested that all countries with it had diplomatic relations call the country by its Persian name, Iran.
Huh. Well, then it must have been a little random then.
I was just and then people were like, "This chat's racist."
RKC in our podcast chat right now says Persia became Iran.
Okay, cool. Thank you, RKC Gaming.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So I don't know what that dev was talking about.
Okay.
After this, we got a weirdly placed Hyperscape Season 1 trailer ad.
People are already over it.
People like this game?
No, I said people are over it. Over Hyperscape.
Oh, people are so over Hyperscape.
Have you played it?
No, God no.
James, you should play it. It's fun.
I
had a good
there's limited time mode called Turbo Mode, which has max level loot, faster lane closure, zone closure, and faster health
James,
regen mode.
Get
The
your
mode looked
facts
fun.
right. It's fun. It's a fun game.
RKC says it's very difficult.
Yeah, it is.
So
that was that.
That was that. And then we got Rainbow Six Siege World Cup promo that was way too long. They always spend so long talking about Rainbow Six Siege.
But that's like a flagship for them.
You're right. But
Rainbow
it's just
Six
so
is
long.
Rainbow Six is the brand. They have millions of dollars of tournaments.
You're right. It is a
huge
very
player base.
popular game.
Yeah. It's huge that it's coming to the next gen free upgrade with 4K and 120. Like that's big. Good for them.
It's also big. Also, they said, damn it, I hate that they keep doing this.
What?
They said, here's something for the fans, the original fans.
Right.
So they put Sam Fisher as an operator in Rainbow Six Siege.
You didn't have to be an
and they
original fan of
changed his
Siege.
name.
What did they change his name to?
Zero. Now he's Zero.
Going dark. Just kidding. That's price.
I mean, but like the community's like, why don't you just make a Splinter Cell game?
Yeah.
That's what would be for the fans.
I saw a lot of tweets about that. We've been seeing tweets about that for years. Ubisoft, where's the Splinter Cell game?
Ubisoft, give the people what they want, okay?
Amen.
Anyway, it's apparently the biggest Rainbow Six update yet. It's available now. So if you like Rainbow Six and you like Sam Fisher,
Jump on
sorry,
in,
if you
baby.
like Zero, go play it.
Um, I I have okay. I want a code in a raffle for Rainbow Six for the Xbox, and it was a bummer because I don't have an Xbox to play it. Um, but I
Giveaway, baby.
what?
Giveaway. Give it
Give
away on the channel.
That's a good idea. The only problem is I already redeemed it to my Xbox thing, hoping that it would somehow work on my PC. It me being very ignorant, and it did not. So it's just there in a library, and I don't have an Xbox. Um, I wanted to try. I was like, maybe this will work. Maybe it'll like connect to my account, and like I can play it. But no, it doesn't work like that, you guys. If you have an Xbox code and you want to play that game on the PC, it doesn't work, and it makes sense that it doesn't work. But just don't waste the code to try it. Take my word for it, okay? PSA. PSA.
Scott Pilgrim got a surprise 10th anniversary re-release.
Which I cannot wait to watch that trailer.
No.
I like Scott Pilgrim.
I
Comics
do too.
and the movie. The movie's a masterpiece.
I love the movie.
Yeah.
It's a complete edition available with all the DLC, which is like 2 packs that contain characters. It's
Yeah.
available holiday 2020.
Edgar Wright, the director of
Scott Pilgrim.
yes, tweeted early this morning. He said something big is coming with a little Scott Pilgrim emote thing, and people were really speculating like a second movie, or people were speculating that they're going to re-release the soundtrack on vinyl or all sorts of stuff. No, it's just the 10th anniversary re-release of the game.
It's kind of an F.
Kind of an F. Also, why does Edgar Wright have any stake in the video game? I don't get it.
Yeah, why?
I don't know.
He's a director.
Yeah, beats me. I don't know.
Alright, I don't...
This is where I jumped in. This next one, where my class was
I'm sure
about
you were
to end.
disoriented.
I was a bit disoriented. I didn't really understand what was happening, so I started watching you write notes, and then I jumped into the stream again. What do we get?
So we got big surprise. Ubisoft showcases Watch Dogs Legion.
No way, really?
Yeah, and they were like, we asked the community about what is the biggest artist with the themes that would fit the world of Watch Dogs Legion the best.
Absolutely.
And everyone said Stormzy.
Can I ask?
To which I said, Stormzy?
Yeah, can I ask who Stormzy is? Okay.
If you ask me, I wouldn't know either.
Okay. All right.
Some British rapper.
Oh.
He has in-game concerts.
So he's Fortniting this bitch? Is what you're saying?
Not like on the Travis Scott level, not like Cactus
Okay.
Jack sent me, but like, you see him like in a room. He has the mocap suit on, and
Of
like
course.
he's doing like a digital concert.
So he is in the game.
But I'm not. Yeah, he is
Okay.
Watch Dogs Legion.
Got it.
I don't know what that entails. That he has his own mission. But
Yeah.
there's a trailer afterward
I missed
containing a
this.
greater
Yeah.
variety of playable types of agents, of which we see a beekeeper, getaway driver, and a street artist, all of which looks super cool.
And dude, the spy with the car with the missiles that popped out and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm all about it. I'm all about it. This game has a lot of potential to be great, but dude, Watch Dogs 1 was fun for like 5 to 10 hours, and then I was bored. I was bored of it. Like, I didn't like the loop at all. And then Watch Dogs 2 is super cool because it's in San Francisco, but also I've tried 3 times now. I cannot get into the story of that game because I just run around and tase people. They give you a taser right off the bat. Like, I can't do anything else in that game. I get the cops called on me. And so, like, I have no attention span to play Watch Dogs 2, but I want to like it. I don't know how this is going to change any of that for me, especially since there's unlimited character possibilities. There's no way I'm getting the story done in this game. There's no way. I'm just going to be recruiting grandmas and then offing them, and then a new grandma comes around because
Should have been 21 Pilots. Oh, as the...
I don't know.
What? I don't know about that one. So, Vin, this might be a good day for you then, because Aiden from Watch Dogs 1 is coming back as a part of the season pass.
Aiden had a decent story, you know. His family
Aiden
dies.
might be the worst protagonist in the history
I
of
wasn't
gaming.
gonna say it. I wasn't gonna say it. Aiden's family dies in a car accident, and he has some sort of, what does he do? What's his goal in Watch Dogs 1? Yeah, I don't know either. But guess what, guys? Because the fans wanted it so badly, Aiden is in Watch Dogs Legion. Ladies and gentlemen,
He has that voice too.
He does. It's really weird. It's dry, it's non-characteristic, and ugly.
And he has a huge beard. Like it's
In
if
this
you
one,
put
yeah.
It's like if you put a lumberjack and gave him a cell phone.
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. He died at the end of Watch Dogs 1.
I never got through the first 3 hours of Watch Dogs 1.
Okay, fair enough. I don't know how he's back, but they pulled a Nick Fury on him. He never dies.
Oh,
I'm over
okay.
it. I'm over it.
Also, this indicates the existence of a season pass. Because they said he's a part of the season pass, so I'm really just confused about that whole thing.
That's 2 Fs. I'm done with season passes. I have too many in my life, and I hate that it's the new thing. I hate it.
I'm gonna set it better myself.
It's not gonna go away for a while. Until something new.
Because developers make too much damn money off of it.
They make a lot of money. It's, in a lot of ways, it's good, and in a lot of ways, it's horrible. It's horrible. I just got corrected in chat saying that, yeah, Aiden was in Watch Dogs 2.
What?
Again, couldn't get into Watch Dogs 2. I really wanted to try.
I loved Watch Dogs 2. I didn't finish it, but it was great from what I played.
Damn, Marcus
it's so much more colorful, has so much personality.
It looks good. No, Marcus does not have a personality.
What? Yes, he.
It's weak.
The other characters do.
Yeah.
The supporting cast is great.
And the supporting cast is annoying, though.
What? No,
yeah.
They're so fun.
Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see. I want to love Watch Dogs Legion, so we'll see. I want to love it.
Yeah, dude, it's the freaking Bay Area. That's your turf.
That's the best part of the game. Riding around Oakland, San Francisco. I love that.
It plays so well. The mechanics are all super great. You can hack stuff quickly. Like they totally streamlined the whole process.
I agree. It's a lot better. I also hate the sound effects in that game, and I know that's kind of stupid, but like, I already have it like stuck in my head now. It's the basic. It's the basic. And it just sometimes gets stuck in my head, and it just buzzes around like a bee in there.
Oh my God.
And I'm just ready to go.
Get like an anxiety attack.
Yeah, dude. It's actually, I don't hate the sound effects because that means they did their purpose. They did their job very well. If they have a sound effect that's stuck in my head, but it gets stuck in my head quite a bit. Okay, let's move on. To the one last thing before we go. My beautiful man Yusuf said at the end of the Ubisoft Forward.
This was so cool, then.
James, I want to hear your hype level as you read the details of this final game.
All right. So let me set the scene.
Yeah.
You get some vistas. You get like mountains, and you get like California redwoods, and you got like desert, and you're like, oh, this is about to be like a nature ass game.
Yeah.
And then you hear like the roaring of bikes, like motorcycles, like dirt bikes, and then you see like 30 of them coming barreling down these like California redwood. sorry,
we're getting botted in chat. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh my God. They come barreling down this mountain, and they go off ramps, and some of them are going off, crashing. And I'm like, oh my God, it's a new Trials game. And
that's what I thought right when I was watching it.
That's what I thought at first. And then the plot thickens, Vincent. Because then I noticed it gets to other things. There's snowboarding, there's skiing, there's there's gliding, there's people who have freaking jetpacks.
Yeah.
There's everyone and their mother is going down a mountain in this game. There's some people who are literally not even on a vehicle. They're just running down mountains.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, this is so chaotic. I love it.
There's a lot of things happening. Now, this game is called Riders Republic.
Not the best title.
Yeah, actually a horrible title.
Not
But
good.
the game looks really pretty. They showed third person and first person, James.
Yes, they did.
The graphics looked great in my opinion. I think the
The
Rocky.
colors popped so well with
Uh huh.
they had someone's helmet had like a gas mask, but it was paint cans,
Yep.
like spray paint, and like pink and green would like go off in the
Like
distance or
the
whatever.
trails. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Uh,
really cool.
I don't really get this game. Like I don't really know what it is, but it intrigues me,
Now, Vin, I think you would know what this game was if you played a little game called Steep.
which I did not play.
And Steep was great. Steep was literally you pick points and you go through like a little story about, you're becoming a snowboarder or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But basically it gave you the freedom to choose between like snowboarding, ski, or like paragliding events,
Sure.
right? So where you could spawn yourself at any like base camp on this mountain,
And just
and
jump.
you could just jump. You could jump down, you could ski down, you could snowboard down the whole mountain. It was huge. You had so much. It was in the Swiss Alps.
You already know what I'm about to bring up real quick.
Oh, yes, I do.
ATV versus MTX, baby, and it's just it's just ATVs, bro, and motorcycle dirt bikes racing, and it's the best PlayStation 2 game of all time, and nobody
It
can
was
tell me
so
otherwise.
good. So
Um,
good it was the greatest hit, so it had the red bar at the
yes,
top.
it did. Yes, it did. In
Mhm.
chat, Colton is asking, is it just racing with everything? It's not car racing.
Yes and no.
It's like dirt bike racing, but not only racing, probably
It's
challenges.
extreme sports.
All
It's
extreme
all
sports.
extreme sports.
Yeah.
And they're not like I don't think it's exclusively racing. I think you can also just like spawn at any point and you can just
You go.
ride. Man, if you
I'm
want to
assuming
freaking just ride, you can do that.
there will be free roam stuff. There will be challenges with other people.
That's what I live for.
Oh, the
Just
free
the
roam's the
free
best.
roam, doing challenges like that you find randomly.
Yeah, I just can't wait to send you. Okay, here's how much airtime I got, James. What's your best airtime? That kind.
7.9 seconds. I could do at least 8.3.
Bro, are you kidding me? I can get 11 seconds next week. I got
Only a double backflip. I can do quadruple easy with this new bike. You never stood a chance.
Exactly, and that's gonna be the best. It looks cool. It looks cool.
I just like imagine a squad of like 4 or 5-year boys all going down this one mountain together.
Just listening to tunes, the tears just
Yeah.
literally fly off your face in the wind. Live in the moment, baby. Live in the moment.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what the one thing I do want from this game though?
What do you want from this game?
I would like to dirt bike down a big hill. Okay, just and then do a jump, like hit a jump real quick, and then jump off and wingsuit all the way down.
That would be so sick.
That's all I want. And if I could do that, you got my money, baby. You got my money. That's all it takes.
So there's of these 7 regions, these 7 geographical regions, they all use real GPS data resembling major U.S. national parks, which I think is super cool.
That is very cool.
They did similar stuff like that with Steep and the Swiss Alps. I'm pretty sure. So I like the big scale that this is going for.
Yeah.
It's optimized completely for next gen, which I think is super cool. Looking forward to how they're going to utilize that. It's probably going to take the form of like having a lot of people on screen,
Sure.
having a lot of different people in one lobby. There's even wildlife. It showed like bears in this game. I can't wait to be barreling down a mountain and just hit a bear.
Sure. The ragdoll mechanics in this trailer was pretty funny. James, we've spent 10 minutes
that's my
talking about
favorite part.
Riders Republic, and we really don't know exactly what it is. More time than the Xbox, almost. We're 45 minutes in. We got quite a bit to get through still.
Don't even talk about it. We're
Okay,
good.
I don't know what else to bring up for Riders Republic.
Immortals Phoenix Rising gameplay demo and the post show. Guess what? It's fucking Breath of the Wild. Okay.
That's it. And then they ended the show. They ended it.
That's it.
Next up, we have something I'm pretty excited about. Pretty damn
Take it
excited
away,
about
Vin.
it. We got the Call of Duty Cold War multiplayer reveal. Okay, and I was a little cautious about it because COD games have been really hit or miss over the last few years. Big hit for me was Modern Warfare, and it's gonna take a lot to hit those levels of greatness because I've been playing Modern Warfare since last November. It's almost November again. You know what I mean? Like, Like, that's almost a year of Call of Duty. I haven't played a Call of Duty for a year since Black Ops 1. Like, since way back. So I was very excited to see what the multiplayer looked like. I'm not disappointed, but I'm not totally blown away yet. I'll get to that in a minute. But on Wednesday, Treyarch revealed, this comes from Polygon, my bad. On Wednesday, Treyarch revealed the first official footage of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War's multiplayer and gave fans some hints of what they will play when the game comes out November 13th. James, who wrote this article, by the way?
Oh, man, I just clicked out of it.
Oh, my bad. I'll
This
look in a minute.
is written by Austin Goslin.
Austin Gosling, all right. The Black Ops sequel's multiplayer should look familiar to anyone who's played Call of Duty in the last few years, but changes like a revamped create a class system, faster gameplay, and an entirely revamped score streak system should help Black Ops Cold War stand out from its predecessors. Along with these more specific changes, there will also be all new maps, new weapons, new perks, new game modes that players can expect with each new Call of Duty game. Black Ops Cold War will also be the first Call of Duty to arrive on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, and will be bringing its Warzone with it. Because it's coming to both next-gen and current-gen console generations, Black Ops Cold War will also build on the crossplay that Modern Warfare and Warzone introduced, allowing players of all consoles and all generations to join matches together. So it will not be locked new generation, old generation. You can play PS5, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, all that.
I don't know if that's the best move then.
It's gonna suck for last generation because we're gonna be playing that baby at 120 frames per second.
Yeah.
Let's go, baby.
It's not bad.
So the rest of the article breaks it up into sections, and it's a long article. If you are really into Call of Duty, I recommend you checking it out. It goes into all the game modes and stuff like that, very specific. But I kind of chunked out some big points from each one that I thought were fit. To talk about. So real quick, Warzone will share progress with Cold War's multiplayer, thanks to what Treyarch calls cross progression. That means you'll have the same rank in Warzone and Black Ops Cold War multiplayer. This is very similar to Modern Warfare. I lost my place. Okay, you can unlock most of the items you unlock in either mode, similar to how Warzone interacts with Modern Warfare. As for your existing Warzone progress, if you play already, all of that will carry over as well. It's unclear whether Warzone level will reset with the Black Ops Cold War update. I'm sure it will. But we do know that all of the unlocks and weapons that players earned from the first several seasons of Warzone will still be in the update. So Warzone is going to be such a beefy game if they continue it through Black Ops Cold War and the other thing. It's going to be its own monster, having guns that spread from Modern Warfare, Black Ops, whatever's next. That is going to be a huge thing. I'm assuming they'll do a brand new map for this, like whatever it's going to be. It's going to.
They probably have a dedicated team to Warzone now.
I'm sure, and I'm glad for it. Warzone is great. They really knocked it out of the park with Warzone.
Yeah, no, it's the best battle royale out there, in my opinion.
They've kept it fresh enough, with new metas and everything. There's still people streaming it. Like the community is very big for Warzone still, so that's good for them. It's a good call for them to carry it over, and that you're gonna keep all your stuff. Let's see what else okay. Here's just a couple little things about Cold War that are gonna differentiate it from Modern Warfare. Obviously, it's in the 80s. That's going to be a big thing. But Black Ops Cold War feels a bit faster than Modern Warfare thanks to the game's new Ultimate Sprint and a feature that makes players move faster for a brief instant when their sprint starts. Characters also go down quickly no matter what weapon you're using against them, which I do and do not like. This was especially true of the SMGs in the build. Sniper rifles seem to even aim down sights a little quicker, making them useful even in the game's most chaotic matches.
I don't like that.
I don't know if I dislike that or not yet, because we already know that that'll be like, things are going to get patched, things are going to get worked out. They'll balance it, whatever it is. But there's new changes to create a class. There's new changes to kill streaks, such as kill streaks when you die. They don't reset. They're now score streaks. So you're earning big scores over the game. Which, I don't know. Kill streaks are kind of nice. Score streaks have their ups and downs. Finally, there's a lot of gameplay of it out now. If you would like to watch that, The one thing I do not like is health bars in Call of Duty. Why do you need health bars in multiplayer? Like, I don't get that.
I don't.
I think it's stupid. The PS4.
Warzone or did Modern Warfare have?
Nope. No way.
Okay, but they do in Black Ops.
They do in Black Ops 4, not in 1 or 2. Black Ops 3 and 4 have them. And it made sense with the future thing. I guess like that was cool, health bars in the future, but now we're back in the 80s, baby. No, don't give me it. The PS4's open beta will run from October 10th to 12th. A week later, Cold War will have a crossplay beta, which will be available in early access on Xbox One and PC, and opens on PS4 on October 15th and 16th, and it will be open for all platforms October 17th and 19th. So lots of opportunities in October to get hands-on Call of Duty Black Ops multiplayer. I will wait to judge it then, because I did not think Modern Warfare was going to be good, and then I played the hell out of the Gunfight beta, and that's when I knew it was going to be good, because Gunfight was so much fun. Man. Not only was it so much fun in the apartment, James, but like I got our other roommate who doesn't play video games always asking me to play Gunfight, and that's when I knew it was a hit. Like, it felt good.
Justin was always on board.
He totally was. It was like, that was awesome. That was super fun. Okay, sorry, that was my Black Ops rant. Not rant.
That was great.
Explanation.
Moving on. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity got revealed. This comes from Andrew Webster at The Verge. Now, it was a rather small. We just get a little trailer, I think.
Yep.
But this is as much of a Hyrule Warriors game as you can expect it to be, with that what's it called? Dynasty Warriors type of gameplay. Lots of enemies on screen. This is the successor to the Hyrule Warriors game from 2014. It takes place 100 years before Breath of the Wild. You'll be playing through the events that do set the stage for Breath of the Wild with the War of the Guardians, or whatever they're called. Mm-hmm. And there's going to be up to like probably 100 enemies on screen. I think I remember that stat.
Yeah.
It's going to be very cool. I've seen some, like, you still have some of the parry mechanics from Breath of the Wild, like where you can dodge and it'll slow down time a little bit. Mm-hmm. But it just looks like a lot of fun. Launches November 20th. If you're interested in more of a hack and slash style Zelda game, it's totally for you.
Yeah.
And as for a Breath of the Wild sequel, Zelda producer Iji Aonuma says you'll have to wait a bit longer.
Yeah. Now, I didn't really get what type of game this was until I went and watched a friend play Hyrule Rulers from 2014. Hyrule Warriors. I don't know why that's so hard for me to say. Hyrule. And it's not for me, the game type, for sure. I'm excited to see what the new one looks like and what kind of stuff they do with it. But the gameplay itself is not for me. But from a lore standpoint, I'm very excited. Because basically, we know at the end of the game, Link's going to lose. You know, it's like that kind of dealio.
Right.
Like, this is how Link's going to be sent away. And then where you get the classic, wake up, Link, that kind of thing. Yeah, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah, I'm scrubbing through gameplay right now, and it just looks like a lot of fun. It's a lot of busyness. Like, everything is going on screen at once.
Yep.
I also think it's just cool that they're willing to expand the Zelda IP to other types of games that I think are still Breath of the Wild 2 is a No, this is not Breath of the Wild 2. This is Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity
2.
We know nothing about when the sequel to Breath of the Wild will take place.
Yeah. And that's that. That's Hyrule Warriors 2.
That's it. I think it looks cool. Will I buy it? Probably not.
Yeah, it looks cool.
But it does look really cool. I might be persuaded to buy it at some point in time, just because I love a good Switch game.
Good. I'm glad. I still have Switch games I need to finish before I can justify purchasing anything else.
I need to finish the DLC for Breath of the Wild. That's what I need to do.
I gotta finish Pokemon Sword.
Yeah. I have to finish that too. Oh my god.
Okay, so the next story is about Kena Bridge of Spirits, where the developers had a Q&A with Game Informer, and I pulled what I thought was important pieces, but I don't know if I got everything. So James, if you know, if I'm gonna go through this, but if you see anything that I did not mention, please bring it up.
Okay.
Basically, Kena Bridge of Spirits, we saw it at PlayStation's not state. I guess was it a state of play?
It was kind of like what took place of their E3 conference.
Yes. Which was cool. And Kena Bridge of Spirits is one of my most hype from that whole experience. I thought this looks great, and so this is cool. We have a couple new details. The most important, which I like, it is not.
Let's say that again, then it cut out.
It is not an open world game.
Love it.
Real quick, you're probably wondering what type of game Kena Bridge of Spirits is, and to be completely honest, I don't really know what it is yet. Even through these things I'm about to listen or explain. But if you want to watch gameplay, there's a tiny bit of like trailer gameplay out. So it's the game that serves as a hub. From there, you can travel to several contained and connected regions. Think of it as being wide linear, which that's fine. There are secrets to
Dark
find.
Souls.
Yeah, sure. There are secrets to find and things to discover off the main path, but it's not an open world game. Bridge of Spirits is set in a fictional place that is an homage to a variety of different Eastern locations. You'll find nods to Japan, Bali, and other places in the geographic features and architecture. What can Kena do? She can do lots of things. Besides using her staff's basic light and heavy and charged attacks, she can get an upgrade that bends the staff and turns it into a bow. On defense, she can use a pulse ability to create a bubble-like shield around her. It has her own health meter, which gets depleted by enemy attacks. If she times its activation correctly, it will stagger enemies and make them more susceptible to attack. So,
little parry.
That's just like little combat details. I still don't really know what the day in, day out of this game is going to be like, which we don't get. But, do you know what we do get? A confirmation that there will be no microtransactions in this game, which...
I love to see it.
You love to see it. And then here's another question. If you had seen the trailer, there's these little black balls that follow her around, and there are a lot of black balls that follow her around. Yes. And so this question that was asked was, what's up with those little guys we saw in the trailer? The person the dev that works on Kena said, those are the rot, and they're an important part of the game, both in terms of gameplay and the story. As Kena travels around, she can find them hidden in the world. They think hidden toads in a Paper Mario game, and they'll join her. That name isn't just coincidental. They're responsible for decomposing things, and the fact that they've been scattered is one of the reasons why the region has become so tainted with corruption. So it sounds like the rot were good things turned bad things, and then you have to turn those bad things back to good things, and they're going to help you turn bad things into good things. There you go.
There it is.
The final thing about that I found that was kind of important was what can the rot do?
Wait a second.
Yes.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah. What can the rot do?
The rot.
They can do lots of things. Outside of combat, Kena can direct them to move things around her. Can't cross a big gap? Maybe they can pull a broken bridge back into shape temporarily. Can't climb up a ledge? They can maneuver to block into position to give her a boost. In combat, Kena can tap into the rot to distract enemies or infuse her attacks with special power. The rot are timid by nature. However, and players will have to build their courage by damaging enemies before they'll enter the fight. Interesting.
Very interesting. Now then, I think you're missing probably the most compelling.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
About the rot. And that is, they will be customizable with hats.
You can put hats on the rot.
And they can't die.
Yeah, that's cool too.
And there are over 100 of these bad boys, and the PS5 can display them all
at once. Yep.
Which is super cool.
Whereas the PS4, it will be not cross-gen, but it'll release on both generations. But the PS4 is going to show less forest density and rot, whereas the PS5 you're going to be able to see all of it in the same screen.
A few more points, Finn, and then we'll finish out Kane Bridge of Spirits. Unless you have anything else.
No, you go for it.
It takes 2 seconds to launch Kane Bridge of Spirits from the PS5 operating system.
Very fast.
1, 2, just like that.
Yep.
Let's see.
I
It will not cost $60.
Yeah, which is nice. It says you can finish it in a weekend.
Yes.
Comfortably. You can comfortably play through it in a weekend.
There's also a harder difficulty mode for those who want a little bit extra of a challenge.
It looks fun to me. I'm pretty excited to play it, actually.
I'm very excited to play it.
Anything else on Kana?
That's it from Jeff Cork.
All right, give us the final story of the night, baby.
Final story of the night. Assassin's Creed Valhalla launches with the Xbox. They move up their date from November 19th to November 10th specifically to launch with the Xbox Series X and Series S on November 10th. Build the Legend of a Viking Raider on any console. Upgrade from the Xbox One to Xbox One X at no additional cost.
Xbox
as well
Series
as,
X.
Well, both.
Yeah, but you said upgrade to the One to the One X.
Oh, well, when you have a console that sounds the same, no matter which way you say it.
Yeah, it's rough.
Upgrade from the Xbox One to Xbox Series X at no additional cost, as well as upgrading from the Xbox One to the Xbox Series S at no additional cost.
So Valhalla literally moves its date a week and a half earlier to launch on Xbox. They do have the Xbox exclusivity deal, not the, the timed exclusivity deal that we see in Call of Duties all the time.
No word on Cyberpunk or
no
other titles that were slated for November 19th.
I'm sure we'll see it.
Platform at least.
We're gonna see a shakeup in the next month. We'll see a couple date changes that are just a couple days. I'm telling you.
I'm here for it.
Why wouldn't you want to launch your game the day that a console comes out?
You would.
You would.
I'll tell you that much.
You really would.
You would.
Okay. It's the end of the show. You know what that means.
Random fun stuff, baby.
Random fun stuff. Let's go. We have 2 awesome big things on random fun stuff this week. James, what's the first one?
Kingdoms of Amalur: Re-Reckoning is released with mixed reviews on Steam.
I did watch a friend play it on stream a little bit. Looked okay.
See it.
Looked okay. Wasn't anything special. And the last bit of random fun stuff is multiplayer space mystery Among Us hits 1.5 million simultaneous users.
Now, Vin, is this game just Mafia?
Okay. Let me give you the Among Us rundown. Haven't played it myself, but I got the download on my stream the other day. Among Us has been out for 2 years. It is just now popping off because some big streamer played it and people realized how fun it was. So they're getting this huge new surge in players right now. Yeah. It's like Mafia, but it's a lot different. You play as a character and you're like the imposter kills another character and you try to vote on who's killing him. So
Trouble in Terrorist Town.
Yes and no. I would love to play this game with friends. I don't have a big enough group to play it yet. You need like 4 or 5 people or more, if better.
I'll buy it.
It's $5 on Steam or free on iOS. But I think Steam's the way to go. Definitely the way to go.
And it's only $5. I mean, come on.
$4.99. Nated in chat is wanting to play Among Us. Yes, I'm very down to play Among Us. Very, very down. The stream just crashed, but we are about to end this episode anyways. So James, can you hear me still?
Yeah, I can hear you. Cut out for a second, but I can hear you.
Let's give a peace out while we're still recording. I hope this doesn't crash. You guys, thank you so much for being here for episode 31. We will catch you next week.